My name is Mark Strand. I'm the president of the Congressional Institute. And the Congressional Institute is proud to once again sponsor the Congressional Art Competition. This is the 8th year we've been involved in the project, and the 30th year the competition has existed. Inscribed on the walls of the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington, D.C. are the words spoken by President John Kennedy in the month before he died. He said, "I look forward to an America which will reward achievement in the arts as we reward achievement in business or statecraft. I look forward to an America which will steadily rise the standards of artistic accomplishment and which will steadily enlarge cultural opportunities for all our citizens. And I look forward to an America which commands respect throughout the world, not only for its strength, but for its civilization as well." You, the winners of the 2011 Congressional Art Competition, and the other artists who competed against you, are all expressions of the vision President Kennedy had for American arts, and we could not be happier to recognize your talents and your contributions to American culture here today. It's important to put into perspective how great an honor your country is bestowing on you by having your pictures hang in the halls of the Capitol. Even each state is only limited to 2 statues each, and other major paintings and other things have to be approved by act of Congress. For instance, the state of New York has 2 statues. It's a very controversial fight to pick out who gets the statues. It has George Clinton and Robert Livingston. Everyone knows one of the statues should be of Derek Jeter, but it's competitive. I'm from New York, I can say that. And so I want to thank the people who also made this exhibit of your artwork possible. The curator of the Capitol, Dr. Barbara Wolanin, and her staff have the monumental task of caring for and hanging the artwork, and once you see the Cannon Tunnel, you'll appreciate what an undertaking that is. Also, Mr. Stephen Ayers, the architect of the Capitol, and Mr. William Wademeyer, the House Superintendent, and their staffs have been tremendously helpful in preparing the exhibit as well. And here's a new thing, too. Besides the millions of visitors to our Capitol who will see your artwork this year, and we have millions of people who visit the Capitol every year, the House of Representatives has started running a slideshow of the winning artwork on the front page of the U.S. House of Representatives website. So not only will the people who actually visit here see it, but tens of millions of people who visit the House of Representatives website every year will have the opportunity to see your artwork. You're going to be seen by a lot of people. Now, I stand in awe of your talent. Personally, I have trouble drawing stick figures. When I tried putting up my picture in the Capitol hallway, the Capitol Police fined me $50 and made me clean up the mess. But for great artists to be recognized, there have to be those of us who, while not having the God-given gift you do, nonetheless appreciate and admire your work. This year is the best participation level we have ever seen. Of the 441 offices in the House, 411 have participated and are represented here today. That's by far a record, more than we've ever had before. And something like this big does not happen by itself. This massive undertaking would not be possible without the hard work of several people. Veronica Hernandez with Congresswoman Donna Edwards of Maryland, and Kathleen Schmermund and John Byers with Congressman Leonard Lance have worked tirelessly and very effectively to organize this national program. And I'd also like to recognize Dan Risco and particularly Tim Lang of the Congressional Institute, who put in many hours of hard work to make this day possible. And now it's going to be my pleasure to introduce the co-chairs of the Congressional Art Competition. The first is Congresswoman Donna Edwards of Fort Washington, who represents Maryland's 4th Congressional District, which comprises portions of Prince George's and Montgomery counties that border on the District of Columbia. She's what we call someone who's actually native of this area, which you very rarely find. Most of us are from somewhere else. So that's a tribute. She was sworn as a member of the House of Representatives in the 110th Congress in June 2008 and began her first full term in the 111th Congress in 2009. Representative Edwards has enjoyed a diverse career as a nonprofit public interest advocate and in the private sector on NASA's Space Lab project. Just prior to serving in Congress, she was the executive director of the ARCA Foundation in Washington, D.C., an organization whose mission it is to advance social equity and justice. Representative Edwards completed undergraduate studies at Wake Forest University and received her JD from the University of New Hampshire School of Law, formerly the Franklin Pierce Law Center. She is the proud mother of her son, who recently graduated from college. She's also a tremendous supporter of the Congressional Arts, and I'd like you to please welcome Congresswoman Edwards.
It was so quiet when I walked in, but I just want to say thank you to all of you. It's great to see you this morning, to see you, your parents, your mentors, your educators, your friends. It's really tremendous to be able to welcome all of you here to Congress and for our Congressional Arts Competition. I have to tell you, I was so excited to be able to co-chair this year's competition with my colleague, Congressman Lance. And one of the reasons is because, like others, although I love art and I love looking at it, I have none of that natural talent myself. And every time I walk through the tunnel in the Cannon building, my office is in Cannon, I look at the art on the wall and I am just so appreciative. And despite everything that might happen around this place, every day, seeing your representations on the hall through that Cannon tunnel just makes me smile. Every time I walk through, I see something else, something that I hadn't seen before. And so you should know that among the millions who will traverse through the tunnel that I do too, and I know that Congressman Lance does, and it gives us a great privilege to be able to welcome you and to welcome your art. Part of the reason that I come to this is not just because I'm a member of Congress and I had the pleasure of being able to, in our congressional district, to have some great people who helped us select the winner from the 4th Congressional District, but I come to this as a mom and as a mother who understands the importance of art and music and that kind of creativity and innovation in a child's life. My mother is an artist, and my son an artist. He does ceramic art, and it was the kind of thing that when he was growing up, that gave him a sense of himself that he didn't get from all the academic courses, which were really important. In fact, it was his art that actually enhanced his ability in the classroom, and I know that for so many of you, that's really true too. And so art plays such an important and fundamental role in our lives, whether it is the visual art that we will see displayed here or it's other kinds of studio art that is so important to each of us and helps to develop what I describe as really the whole child and the whole person. And I know that your art, I can see it in the representations along that Cannon tunnel, in fact, are a display of your wholeness, of your fullness as young people as you grow. And so I want to say thank you very much to your parents and your educators and your mentors for encouraging you, but also thank you to you for exploring a part of yourselves that you're able to put on display for the nation. I want to also say a very special thank you to our staffs and to all of those here in the Capitol who've made this happen. I think Congressman Lance, with or without us, and we're proud to be able to stand here in front of you, but there were so many other people who had the privilege of being able to make sure that your art is on display today and through the year. I want to also welcome you to enjoy the artistic workshop later today. It's going to be put on by someone that we like to say is a proud resident of Maryland's 4th Congressional District and an internationally renowned artist, and his name is Greg Mort, and you will have an opportunity to hear from him today. Once again, I want to thank all of our artists. I look forward to meeting as many of you as possible, but more than that, I look forward to this entire year of being able to see something in yourselves that you've left here with us at the United States Capitol. Thank you very much.